Reese trying to seal inside. Reese the shovel. Cardoso the finish. Angel Reese flips it in. Timeout, Indiana.
Inside is Camila Cardoso. Inside is Angel Reese.
Here's Carter dumping it down. Reese bangs it in. Angel Reese with a 20-point afternoon, a 7-0 Chicago run.
Angel Reese just grabbed 22 rebounds in a single game. That's not just good, it's record-breaking. But here's the twist. Some fans are calling her selfish. Is Angel Reese really padding her stats, or is she just that good? Let's break down the numbers and see what's really going on. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. You've heard about Reese's rebounds, but there's more to this story. What if her controversial style of play is actually the key to unlocking a new era of dominance in the WNBA? The numbers don't lie, but they might not tell the whole truth either. Angel Reese isn't just grabbing rebounds, she's snatching headlines and stirring up controversy. Her ability to secure the ball off the glass is turning heads and raising eyebrows across the league. We're talking about a rookie who's not just keeping up with the pros, but outpacing them in one of the game's most crucial skills. Imagine this. You're watching a WNBA game, and there's Reese, battling against seasoned veterans and even MVP caliber players like Aja Wilson. The shot goes up, and before you can blink, Reese is there, snagging the ball out of the air like it's magnetized to her hands. It's not just once or twice, it's happening game after game. But here's where things get interesting. While some fans are in awe of Reese's rebounding prowess, others are crying foul. They're throwing around words like selfish and stat padding. It's like they can't believe what they're seeing, so they're looking for a catch. You might be thinking, what's the big deal? Rebounds are part of the game, right? Well, hold on to your seat, because Reese isn't just racking up rebounds. She's on track to shatter a record that stood for over 2 decades. We're talking about the single-season offensive rebound record, currently held by Yolanda Griffith with 162 set back in 2001. Reese, she's aiming for 196. That's not just breaking the record, that's obliterating it. And she's doing it as a rookie. Let that sink in for a moment. A first-year player is poised to rewrite the WNBA history books in one of the most physically demanding aspects of the game. But the controversy doesn't stop there. Some fans have taken to social media to mock Reese's style of play. They're sharing doctored box scores, trying to paint a picture of a player who's more concerned with personal glory than team success. It's like they're saying, sure, she gets rebounds, but at what cost? And let's talk about those rebounds for a second. Reese isn't just grabbing a few here and there. She's leading the league with 4.9 offensive rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's dominant. It's the kind of stat that makes coaches drool and opponents lose sleep. But here's where the criticism gets real. Some are pointing to Reese's shooting percentage as a flaw in her game. Through early July, she was shooting 41.8%. Now, for most players, that wouldn't be terrible. But when you're leading the league in offensive rebounds, people start to wonder, is she missing on purpose just to pad her stats?
Dana Evans to Cardoso, maybe should have shot it and finds Reese instead. Howard gets a block, Reese stays with it.
And this is where Chicago really needs to tighten up as they start this third quarter.
Reese with the catch on the post and wiggles her way in for 2. Score pass, Angel Reese picks it off. It's her against no one and lays it in. She's got 12 points.
It's a tough question, and it's dividing fans and analysts alike. On one side, you've got people praising Reese for her hustle and determination. They see a player who never gives up on a play, who's willing to do the dirty work to give her team extra possessions. On the other side, you've got critics who think she's gaming the system, putting personal accolades above team success. But here's something to chew on. Even with all this controversy, Reese is still making history. She's already broken Candace Parker's consecutive double-double record. That's not just impressive, it's the kind of achievement that cements a player's place in the pantheon of greats. While Reese dominates on the glass, a storm is brewing off the court. Critics are questioning her every move. But what if they're missing the bigger picture? There's a hidden truth about Reese's game that could silence her doubters for good. You might think rebounding is just about grabbing missed shots, but in Reese's case, it's become a battleground of perception. Some fans are throwing around words like selfish and stat padding, turning her incredible skill into a point of controversy. It's like they can't believe what they're seeing, so they're looking for a catch. Let's talk about those accusations for a second. Critics are pointing to Reese's field goal percentage, which stood at 41.8% in early July. They're saying, look, she's missing shots on purpose just to pad her rebounding stats. It's a bold claim, and it's got basketball fans divided. But here's where it gets interesting. Reese's ability to secure rebounds off her own missed shots has become a hot topic. Some fans are suggesting that this somehow makes her rebounding achievements less valuable. But wait a minute, isn't that exactly what great rebounders do? They fight for every ball, even the ones they miss themselves. Think about it this way, if a player in the NBA, like Clint Capella, was pulling down offensive rebounds at this rate, would we be calling him selfish, or would we be praising his hustle and determination? It's a double standard that Reese is facing, and it's making waves across the league. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Reese's double-double streak. It's impressive, no doubt about it, but it's also become a lightning rod for criticism.
Jones, 7 seconds left in the quarter. Jones unable to hook it in. Reese the O-board. Reese the putback. First points. Reese running the floor. Oh, what a pass! Jonquel Jones on the money to Reese. Big to big. Mark thinking about a bomb. The hesitation. The take. The lead. Reese the lay. Clark to Reese. What you've been waiting for.
There was this one game where Reese called for the ball late in the fourth quarter when her team was already ahead. Some fans saw this as her teammates helping her maintain her streak, and they weren't happy about it. You might be wondering, is Reese really putting her personal stats above team success? It's a fair question, and it's one that's got fans and analysts alike scratching their heads. But here's the thing, even if you take away all of Reese's self-rebounds, she'd still be leading the league in offensive rebounds. Let that sink in for a moment. This isn't just about numbers on a stat sheet. It's about a young player fighting against perception, trying to prove her worth in a league that's scrutinizing her every move. Reese isn't just battling for rebounds on the court, she's battling for respect off it. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Despite all the controversy, Reese is still making history. She's broken records, she's leading the league in a crucial stat, and she's doing it all as a rookie. That's not just impressive. It's the kind of achievement that forces us to rethink what we know about the game. Reese's rebounding prowess is undeniable, but it's stirring up drama in the locker room. What happens when one player's quest for greatness starts to overshadow team goals? The answer might surprise you. Angel Reese's double-double streak has become a hot topic in the WNBA, but not always for the right reasons. While her impressive stats are turning heads, they're also raising questions about team dynamics and the cost of individual success. Let's talk about what's really going on behind the scenes. Reese's teammates are caught in a tough spot. On one hand, they've got a player who's rewriting the record books. On the other, they're facing accusations that they're enabling stat padding at the expense of team success. Remember that game against the Indiana Fever? The Chicago Sky were down by 25 points, but Reese was still on the court. Fans were quick to call it out. One tweet summed up the frustration. Come on, leaving Angel Reese in down 25 and all of your other starters on the bench. You can't tell me it's not all about her stat padding. It's not just fans who are noticing. Coaches and players around the league are watching too. They're seeing a team that seems willing to prioritize one player's stats over the final score. That's a dangerous game to play in professional sports. But here's where it gets complicated. Reese isn't just padding her stats in blowout losses. She's consistently putting up double-doubles, even in close games and wins. That 23rd double-double? It came in a game where the Sky were fighting to stay competitive. So what's a coach supposed to do? Take out your best rebounder when the game's on the line just to avoid accusations of stat padding? It's a lose-lose situation that's putting the Sky in a tough spot. And let's not forget about the All-Star game. Reese managed to snag a double-double there too. Some fans were impressed, praising her for bringing her A-game to the showcase. Others saw it as another example of her putting personal stats above the spirit of the event. This isn't just about Reese anymore. It's about the entire Sky organization. Every time they keep her in during a blowout, every time they run a play for her late in the game when she's one rebound short of a double-double, they're sending a message. But what exactly is that message? Are they saying individual accolades matter more than team success? Or are they standing behind their star player, protecting her from criticism and giving her the chance to make history? Either way, it's clear that Reese's double-double streak is having a major impact on team decisions, and those decisions are affecting how fans, other players, and the league as a whole view the Sky. But here's something to think about. What if Reese's rebounding isn't just about personal glory? What if it's actually a key part of the Sky's strategy? Every offensive rebound she grabs is another possession for her team, another chance to score. In close games, that could be the difference between winning and losing. So maybe the real question isn't whether Reese is selfish. Maybe it's whether the benefits of her rebounding outweigh the potential harm to team chemistry and public perception. This situation with Reese in the Sky isn't just about one player or one team. It's forcing us to ask some big questions about basketball and sports in general. How do we balance individual achievements with team success? At what point does pursuing personal records become detrimental to the game? Angel Reese's journey has been a whirlwind of records, rebounds, and controversy. She's leading the league in offensive rebounds, breaking double-double records, and making history as a rookie. But her success has sparked a heated debate among fans and analysts. So here's the big question. How do we judge a player's true value to their team? Is it all about the stats, or is there more to the story? Reese's situation forces us to rethink what success really means in the WNBA. Some say she's selfish, others call her a hero, but maybe the truth isn't so black and white. Reese is challenging our assumptions about rebounding and its impact on the game. She's not just playing basketball, she's redefining it. What do you think? Is Reese a stat patter or a game changer? Share your thoughts on how you define success in basketball. The debate's just getting started.